At this point in time, it is safe to assume that everybody knows what a mafia is, and what kind of activities these type of criminal organizations involve themselves in. As a rule of thumb, most of these criminal enterprises engage in drug trafficking, smuggling, robbery and murder. Most of the time, organized crime is successfully stopped by law enforcement authorities, but sometimes the most ingenious of these organizations manage to grow. By doing so, they sometimes grow to the point where they manage to control the majority, if not all aspects of a community. FactFate presents 5 most powerful criminal organizations of all time. Number 5. Latin Kings. Organized back in 1954 out of Chicago, the Latin Kings remain the largest and most organized gang in the Hispanic community. In fact, they may be one of the most organized street gangs there is. When asked about it, a former detective said, "When you compare them to other street gangs like the Bloods and the Crips, none compare to the organization of the Latin Kings." There are 2 factions of the Latin Kings. The Motherland faction, which operates in 158 cities in 31 states and contains 20,000 to 35,000 members. And the Bloodline faction, which was founded in 1986 and operates in 15 cities in 5 states and includes roughly 7,500 members. To make them seem all more intimidating, one of the Latin Kings' main sources of income comes from contract killing, as well as various operations surrounding drugs. If you are a member and happen to violate one of their rules, there are a variety of punishments that they dole out, including terminate on sight or sometimes less severe like a 5-minute physical, in which 5 members will beat you up for 5 minutes. As well as one of their main areas being Chicago, where 25,000 members are, the Latin Kings are worldwide. They also have setups in Puerto Rico, Peru, Mexico, Canada, Italy, Portugal, Brazil, the UK and other prominent countries. Number 4. Los Zetas. Organized out of Mexico since 1999, with over 3,000 members, the gang has made a significant impact on the 22 Mexican states that it has territory in, as well as territory in Guatemala and the United States. The Zetas don't just murder, they get super into the torturing element as well, and often post their videos online. In 2011, Mexican authorities came across 193 bodies that had been brutally tortured by the Los Zetas gang prior to the execution. The people were allegedly taken from numerous passenger buses and the women were sexually assaulted, while the men were given knives, hammers, machetes and clubs and told to fight another male to the death. The winners were then entered into the gang and forced to go on essentially suicide mission, trying to shoot up rival cartel gangs. A survivor from the day also revealed that the bus driver was forced to literally drive over people that had been tied up and laid in a line in front of him. That is far from the only time they had been linked to a wide-scale attack. In 2011, there was a massacre in Allendale, in which 300 to 500 civilians were murdered. Number 3. 14K Riot. You may not hear as much about gangs out of Hong Kong, but you better believe with close to 25,000 members that the 14K Riot is one of the largest gangs in the world. The 14K is most notable for their role in drug trafficking, including several startling numbers. In 2012, Hong Kong Customs noted that there was a jump from 30 kilograms of cocaine in 2011 to 600 kilograms in 2012. One of the main men involved with running the operations was Van Kwok Koi. Van was not afraid of violence, including eliminating his former boss in order to move up the ranks. Van was also able to run a successful casino business, including amassing over 6 million a month at one point. To make the triad all the more dangerous, they have also been heavily linked to working with the Sinaloa cartel out of Mexico. In 2014, they were connected to a shipment of meth from China, which was obtained in Belize and was estimated to be worth $10 billion. Number 2. Santaskaya Bratva. When it comes to crime syndicate families in Russia, there is none bigger than the Santaskaya Bratva. Founded in the 1970s, they currently only have around 5,000 members, but they definitely make their presence around the world. And while you may not be able to pronounce their name, by the time you finish that sentence, you will definitely be dead. If there is a crime, they do it, but they make most of their profits off of heroin sales and human trafficking. They have also been known to link up with the Colombian drug cartels to help move cocaine. More of their income can also be linked to their heavy involvement in both stock market as well as credit card fraud. There were also links between Semyon Mogilevich and the mafia. Mogilevich is known by the FBI as being the most dangerous mobster in the entire world, with links to contract murders, extortion, weapon and drug trafficking on an international scale. In 2014, was announced as being the most profitable gang in the entire world by the Forbes, with revenue of $8.5 billion. Number 1. Yakuza. This list has taken you all around the world, but it would not be complete if we didn't take a stop in Japan where we look at the brutal mafia known as the Yakuza. The Yakuza was founded way back in 17th century and currently comprises of over 100,000 members. There are three primary syndicates of the Yakuza, with the biggest being the Yamaguchi-Gumi family that has 55,000 members. Back in 2014, Forbes announced that they had a revenue of $6.6 billion. Typical inclusion into the Yakuza includes you cutting ties with your loved ones and family ties, as all of your loyalty must be to your gang boss. There are several things that make the Yakuza dangerous, but one of the most daunting is their heavy role in human trafficking. They have been known to go to impoverished areas and lie to convince women to come with them to Japan, where they are then prostituted. They have also been heavily known to influence the political spectrum, including having the Japan Justice Minister resign in 2012, after it became clear that he was linked to the Yakuza. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos to come.